Everybody, this is Luca Giaroli with DirectOut. Today we're going to show you the SMART integration, and we take the occasion to have SMART inserted into the Globcon system to measure the quality of the Prodigy MP EQ. The first thing that we have to do is to make sure that in the monitoring path we have something sent to the Dante channel number 1 and 2 in an output, which became the input and the measurement and reference signal for the SMART. SMART is already integrated and controlled by the Globcon plugin using the SMART API. Then we get to the DSP and we open the solo window page where we can control and we monitor and we can decide what we want to send to the monitor path number 2. In this case we select monitor path number 2, which is the one which will feed the input of SMART. We select the stereo mode because we want to compare the EQ'd version versus the non-EQ'd version to see exactly if what you see in the shaping of your EQ is actually what you get. So let's start with the left assignment, and we click on the array left, for example, with the left after the EQ, and then the right is going to be the device before the EQ. As you can see here, the measured signal is array left at the insert point number 1, so after the EQ, and the reference level is, or the reference signal is the version not EQ'd. So we are happy with that, we can release that. Now we should see that whatever we select as an input, we can add a filter, and the white line is the one that we are, the white line is the, let me connect this one, array 2, array left. Okay, we have to, okay. We were not connected to SMART because probably I had to reboot the system here. So we need to connect it again. It's easy. We just have to select which is the server of the SMART available. Now, there we go. Now we will be connected again with our rig, and therefore as soon as SMART is connected again in green, we will see that immediately in our EQ, there's going to be 2 different tabs where we can enable the measurement straight from SMART, both for the magnitude and both for the phase. So we select the maximum smoothing precision, so it's going to be 1/48 of an octave. So now whatever we put in the EQ will be immediately and in real time measured by SMART. Okay? So this is what we have to do. So we have to make sure that we have enough signal going to our main left and right, so we can switch on our pink noise signal. We can select now back our array left, and you can see that now let's magnify that. You can see that the red line is the actual measurement from SMART, while the white one is the one that we are measuring in real time. So if we move our EQ, you immediately see that what is measured by SMART is exactly the shape of the EQ that we are designing. No ripple whatsoever. Even if we are using stupidly, steep solution, which probably will never be the reality, you can see that as soon as SMART is receiving all the information, you can see that the measurement is exactly matching what is the design, meaning that the FIR coefficient calculated by the EQ of the MP are actually superb and without any ripple, even at very low frequency where you definitely need much more resolution to achieve such a kind of the result. The very interesting thing is that the additional latency introduced by the EQ is only 11 sample, no matter what is the sample rate that you are using inside of the device. Another nice feature, which is kind of a new, is that when you are heavily in EQ something, you may run the risk to change the gain of the output compared to the input. In this case, we are exaggerating, boosting the middle frequencies here, and then you can see here in this little blue number, which is calculating a moving average. So we are adding something like 6 dB on the output on top of the input. So if we need to have such a kind of EQ, but if you want to keep equal power between input and output, we just have to press Alt and click on that blue number, and the overall calculation of the coefficient inside of the EQ will be calculated in order to have exactly the shape of the EQ that you need, but offering you an equal power output. So the input and the output will be at the same power. Remember that when you clear the layer, the overall EQ will be, we stay where it is. So if you want to bring it back to default, you just click on back to default. So this is one of the latest news which have been introduced in the recent version of the Prodigy MP, the multifunction processor. Stay tuned because in the next weeks there are going to be a lot of different news. Thank you.